My name is Billy Inman from Hannibal, Missouri.
So Billy, how big is Hannibal?
It's a population of around 17,000, and it's in northeast Missouri. It's roughly 40 miles south of Canton, so it's just on the edge of the coast there.
Why is it such a tourist attraction?
It has a lot of history, and it's really big on Mark Twain because that's where he grew up, and that's where most of his stories are based on, especially Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn, which a lot of people know about. So it's pretty big on history that way, and there's a historic district downtown that a lot of people enjoy going to.
So what's the culture like?
It's pretty distinct. There's a lot of different races and ethnicities, and they come in and bring their own restaurants. There's a lot of Mexican, Chinese, and there's even some Middle Eastern food that people can come and eat, and it's fairly priced.
What kind of festivities does it have around the year?
It's really big on festivals. In September, they have a steampunk festival, which is basically where people come and it's a lot of metal and art that people create out of the metal, and it's a good time. In November, there's a Folklife Festival, which is food and crafts. But what's really big is around 4th of July, there's a really big festival. We have a frog jumping contest. There's Relay for Life, and there's a craft festival as well there. And then we have a huge firework display that goes over about 5 days.
For the younger people, what kind of activities are there?
A few years ago, they just added a skate park to try to get kids active more. There's not really a lot for younger people, but we have a YMCA, and the town works to try to get kids who can't really afford it help so that they can actually get out and do activities. And then the schools put on a lot of activities as well, so there's usually something for children to do to try to keep them out of trouble.
Are the people generally friendly there?
With it being a small town, you get to know a lot of people, so generally you see the same faces. There's not a lot of shops in town, so you get to know them, and usually with a small town atmosphere, they'll talk to you.
How's the crime rate?
With it being a small town, we have a lot of people that come in from bigger cities like St. Louis and Chicago that bring in a lot of drugs and stuff like that. So for it being a smaller town, the crime rate's actually pretty high, but the police and the town has been working on trying to clean it up, and that way it's generally safe. Most of the crime is drug related, and it's not anything violent, so it's not too bad except for those little issues. But
So why would anyone want to live in Hannibal?
basically, it's cheap. You can buy a house there that would go for millions of dollars somewhere else for about $500,000, and the cost of living is so low. And you're around St. Louis. It's 99 miles from St. Louis, so it's easy to take a day trip there and do things if you want to get into a bigger city. And Chicago's not too far away either. It's just kind of in the middle of everything. So it's a nice place to raise your kids and just have a small town atmosphere if that's the kind of life you're into.
Thank you, Billy.
Thank you.